Hey everyone, it's Mike from Up North Collectors here. We're going to do our second episode of Topps Project 2020. This week we're going to look at a review of the week. We're going to do some recommending of some websites to look at for Topps Project 2020. And thirdly, we're going to give you some advice as to how to react to the current market with Topps Project 2020. So stay tuned. Here we go. Well, welcome to the second episode of Topps Project 2020. This project has been going on now for several weeks. It's right direct from the Topps website, as we talked about last week. So check out that first episode. You'll see what it's all about. This is basically a 20 artist and doing 20 renditions of iconic cards of 20 different players. You can see two of the examples right here, Don Mattingly and Frank Thomas. These are the last two offerings of this past week. Cards number 95, number 96, I believe. And there's up to 400 cards in the set that will end sometime in December. So we're just at the start of this project, really. And it spiked last week on Sunday. The prices skyrocketed. As I made the video on Saturday, they are already going up. Take a look here at some of the prices of what I purchased early on. So starting on May 21st, card number 16, which is a Tony Gwynn, was worth $150, or at least what it was selling for on the on eBay, the secondary market, for $150. And then by 5/23, May 23, it was $260. And just checking some sales today on the 30th of May, it was $375. So you can see the card numbers here. You can look up the checklist on Topps website. I'll show you that here. If you go right to the Topps webpage, Project 2020, and then you just click down here to the archive, you'll get to a nice checklist where they have the print of the card as well as the numbering. So you can see here, this is Cal Ripken, card number 92, tells you the artist, Don C. And so that's how you can kind of check that. But going back to my little price sheet here, you can see that the next card went from $135 to $300. And one card, number 29, went from $40 to $140, so $100 increase. And then card number 35, $30 to $120. And then card number 42, $100 to $320. So total on 5/21, I had $935 in value according to the secondary market. And 5/23, that's the same. Those same cards were worth $1,643. And then on 5/30, which is today, the secondary market says they're worth $2,260, assuming, of course, I can sell them for that. So I spent $190 total value as of today, $2,260. So the weekly increase from last week was $617, and that's just on these cards. Now, I've also have a bunch of cards coming in, and here are some of their values as of 5/30. I didn't fill in the list completely. You can see it starts to get lower and lower. In fact, some of these cards now, up to 96, are selling at just regular value. There's no increase at all. Some of them are actually cheaper than the asking price of $20 from the Topps website. Because of the secondary market, you can buy them at about $17 a card. So anyways, that's just a look at what I had purchased and the values that have gone up. It's been a crazy week. We saw numbers go almost to 100,000 in print run, 99,000 with the Ken Griffey card. And so we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But just to give you a little heads up, prices did spike on Sunday and have started to drop. So just be aware when you're purchasing these cards. So there's live cards out there, and so the live cards are going to be the ones that have already been released by Topps, mailed out by Topps, and I believe it's starting around card number 60. I think it's 59, 60. Maybe it's up to 61. So I believe that these are out. Maybe the Ichiro is coming out as well. But definitely it was up to Ricky Henderson and this Ted Williams that had been released, and I believe the Jeter and the McGuire. And then some people were starting to get the Mays and the Ichiro. So when I say live cards, those are the cards that have actually been mailed out by Topps, and you should be getting those in the mail if you had ordered them soon. So let's go to some recommendations. There's a lot of people that have been making some nice websites around Topps Project 2020. My favorite one to date is this one right here, CTR Sports Cards. So if you look at the website, you can see that they have right off the bat here the Topps Project 2020 logo, as well as the artist and the players and the years of their cards. Or at least what the cards the artists are modeling them after or reproducing. These are the two offerings up. The latest ones by Topps, 95 Don Mattingly, 96 Frank Thomas. They are currently for sale. Then the ones just before that, 93, the the Jeter, and 94, the Tony Gwynn. One of my favorite Tony Gwynn cards. I'm collecting the Tony Gwynn set, so I believe this is the fourth one that's come out, or maybe it's the fifth one. I can't remember, fourth or fifth of Tony Gwynn. His have not sold all that well in the past. And so you can see next up on the site, they have these 24, 48 hour pre-data. And you can see this on his videos. Check out his YouTube channel. Right here, you'll see it. And go over there. You can check that out as well. A great YouTube channel, does daily YouTube videos on Project 2020 and does an excellent job. Just started out the channel and is growing rapidly, and understandably so, because just a great job that he's doing there. So these are the most recent print runs you can see on the website. And then the largest print run, what I was referring to earlier, the Ken Griffey Jr., 99,000. And then right after that, Nolan Ryan. And then you can go down and you can continue to see the numbers. So just go to the website. You can see all of that. And here is a new chart that he was working on. Does a great job with this Project 2020 daily print run totals. And you can see the days and then the spike here in the Ken Griffey card on day 44, it looks like. And so you can see that, as well as the 10 largest print runs, the artist and the player. And then, of course, the numbers behind that. So 99,000, and then the lowest of the top 10 was 20,000. And I believe that one has dropped off now and been replaced by others. So here you'll see, or at least it will be, you can see the artists and their rankings, and then what he calls the Jameson Ermsey line, to the top artist in sales. And then you have the entire checklist and then the print run. Now the green is what I was referring to earlier, the live cards. As of this date, the 30th of May, he has it up to the card number 59, but I believe cards number 60 and 61 are being released as well. And so there's a little ways to go. So that's one website, a great website. Second website here is Wax Pack Hero. Also, the Topps logo there from Project 2020 gives a background of what it's all about. So if you need to refresh, what is the background? What's it all about? And then this idea of the secondary card values. And then also some stats that he has on here, and different information and a photo checklist. So check out Wax Pack Hero. If you haven't checked out his podcast, check out his podcast. He also has a YouTube channel as well, and does a great job. I listen to the podcast all the time. Very informative, very helpful, and a good guy with a lot of hobby knowledge. Thirdly is the Daily Hobby. Now, this does not deal directly with Topps Project 2020, but just in case you didn't know about this, this is a newer website, I believe, and it's about the hobby. Now, it just so happens, a little shameless plug, they did plug one of our videos as the video of the day that Luke did on turning a profit with Luke, his flipping series, episode 4. They did plug that and call it the video of the day. That was very kind of them. Not the reason I'm showing you this site. I'm just wanted you to see all the different references here that you can look at for information on the hobby, including things on Topps Project 2020. So you can see all the information here as far as what they are offering, and then recent media, hobby media. So some of our friends here on YouTube, Silver Jackify, Filmington, and 502 Frank, all had recommended videos as well. So just a plug for another hobby website, and you can see things like, has the sports card industry peaked, and then this one right here, Project 2020 becoming pop art. All right, so let's get into some recommendations. Go back to the Topps website here. You can see from the Topps website, we're already at card number 94. And if you look at the print runs, they're only increasing. They're just getting higher and higher. And so what I would recommend is this week, when cards like the Blake Jameson, Mike Trout comes out, start to look for older cards that maybe you can pick up, for a deal. So cards that have a lower print run, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 even, is now a lower print run when everything's over 20 plus to 30 plus thousand. So look for some of those deals. Other people are recommending this. This is not, fresh new information. This is something I thought of, but others have thought of this as well. It's the old zig when other people are zagging. So take a different angle in your buying. What I've been doing recently has been buying the pair of cards from the Topps website, where you can buy both cards in a bundle, the two together for $35. And then I'll go on this to eBay and buy a few that I like. And so not many, though, usually like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 total. And hoping that I can resell them and then keep a couple as well. So my goal is to not make the whole set. I would love to do that, but some of the cards are way out of my price range that were released early on. So I'm not desiring to, well, maybe I may be desiring to do that, but I may not be able to afford to do that. And so, I'm trying to pick up as many of the new ones as I can, and then deciding what to do with them at some other point. We'll probably do some as a giveaway on our channel, as well as obviously keep them for our collection, and then resell some to help pay for other cards that come out. At least that's the goal. Now, early on, you can do this much easier. Now it's becoming much more difficult. So anyways, keep that in mind. So some recommendations, once again, zig when other people are zagging. When the new cards are coming out, look to find some deals on the older ones. Yes, they may be more expensive, but long-term value, they'll probably pay off in the end, as long as the Topps Project 2020 stays as popular, or increases in popularity, as it just may. A lot of these artists are getting their followers involved in this project that didn't know about it, and that's really caused a big boom, as well as people getting into the hobby, either new collectors or collectors that have not yet been engaged in Project 2020 that are now engaged in it. So keep that in mind as you collect, but most of all, have fun collecting. Obviously, flipping the cards can be fun, but, this is all about collecting as well. The thing that really got me into it was just the design of these cards. I think they're beautiful. They're all different. There's this one right here by JK5. He's a tattoo artist. This one here by Don C. Very different look. And then you have this Gregory Sif card, which is even, different than the other two. So, that's just a sample of what you can see of the artist. More, old school rendering here. And then the Koufax by Naturel. Naturel has a style where he uses, similar style in all of his cards. They're all beautiful, all different. And then, of course, probably the biggest seller of all, Ben Baller. His cards have been selling incredibly well. And here's the Doc Gooden, just a beautiful card. Anyways, it's just fun to collect, and hopefully, by collecting them, you'll be able to do something with them, put them out on display somehow, and, have your own artwork in baseball cards. Well, hopefully you guys like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have questions that I could try to answer, please drop them below in the comments. And check out some of these resources that I mentioned. And stay tuned for episode 3 next week. Hopefully by then I'll be getting some more cards in the mail. There's kind of a drought where I didn't buy cards, and also Topps was delaying in getting them out. So next week I hope to have some live cards to show you on the next video. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll be shooting that on Saturday next week, and I'll have that out for you to see. So until then, take care, have fun collecting. We'll see you soon.